We welcomed them. Kate and William rolled out the red carpet for Meghan and Harry as they hit back at claims the pair felt shunned by the royal family. So we have Meghan and Harry on camera gushing about how helpful and how wonderful William and Kate have been. We saw Kate and William invited Meghan and Harry to Anmer Hall, the inner sanctum, and cooked Meghan's favorite vegan food. We saw Kate take Meghan to the tennis matches at Wimbledon a couple of times, even including her with her sister Pippa. That seems really personal. But there's this constant narrative that Kate was really nasty to her. Plus, Meghan had the A-team helping her. Hand-picked people by the Queen, Amy Pickerel, Samantha Cohen. She was given Duchess training. But she's saying that she was just left out in the cold and no one helped her. In fact, people were sabotaging her. Which is it? I mean, was the red carpet rolled out, or was she just left out in the cold? Pissed off Prince Harry branded William a snob after his brother accused him of being blinded by lust over, quote, this girl, Meghan Markle, sensational Finding Freedom biography claims. Okay, so William said, take it slow, okay? Don't rush into this. Did he call her a showgirl? Was he derogatory towards Meghan? Did William not like Meghan and communicate this to Harry? Harry might be sensitive about that. Or was Meghan just always talking in Harry's ear, controlling his every thought and move, which really seems like her strategy. Her hands are always on Harry. She never lets him go. Now, more recently, her hands are not all over Harry all the time. She has removed him from the royal family. She's taken him all the way to California. We don't see her keeping her hands on Harry all the time. So, I don't know. We should look at that. And then we have Piers Morgan weighing in. Piers Morgan seems to have found himself again. Piers Morgan, Meghan and Harry's new book only confirms that they're the world's most tone-deaf, hypocritical, narcissistic, deluded, whiny brats. And that most of the stories the, quote, lying press wrote about them were 100% true. Gosh, is Finding Freedom going to set the record straight, or is this going to be the worst disaster yet? Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. This is the picture of, the Commonwealth ceremony where Harry and Meghan were not to walk in the procession with the Queen, and then William and Kate decided they wouldn't walk in the procession, and Meghan said that Kate never spoke to her. There seems to be some animosity and bad feelings here, so it would be understandable why they didn't speak. So did they roll out the red carpet? Well, let's see. Let's start with a different question. Is Finding Freedom going to set the record straight for Harry and Meghan, or will it be a disaster? Because in a previous read, it kind of looked like it's not going very well. The reaction is people are finding a lot of contradictions. Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran are furiously rewriting before the release date. So is Finding Freedom going to set the record straight, or is it going to be a disaster? Set the record straight or a disaster? Because their goal is to set the record straight, but they just keep trying to do this. And it just keeps digging them deeper, and they keep getting more and more and more criticism. Oh my. Alright, so set the record straight or disaster. 2 spades, broken chalice, snake, and mustard seed. Mustard seed is the literal book. So putting something in writing, this can also be like a legal document, etc. So mustard seed is the literal book. 12, 14, 15, 4 clubs, this opportunity. Breaking away from the royal family or broken relationships. Vengefulness. So the snake can be vengeful. So, and the snake is definitely deceptive and a liar. So, not being truthful about the broken relationships in this book, opportunistically. Working everything together, trying to set a new good direction. In the future, we have home, cornucopia, and crossroads. Decisions about money, 12 plus 5, 17, and reacting. Okay, so they're trying to paint, yeah. So they're trying to paint all of these negative circumstances, all these people quitting, leaving the royal family, and all of the trouble created. They're trying to paint this, they're trying to recharacterize this in the book and come out clean on the other side. Star of Bethlehem, working everything together for the future. The future is actually quite red. Okay, working everything together, Star of Bethlehem, the future. Okay, is it going to set the record straight, or is it going to be a disaster? Well, this is recharacterizing what happened. So it's not a disaster in the future. It sets a new path for them. It sets a new path in money and who they're going to be around. It doesn't show a disaster coming. It shows the disaster in the past. And the disaster was the relationships and all the problems. Broken relationships and all the problems. It's explaining all of these terrible, broken relationships. So I don't see it as a disaster in the future. I see it as a disaster in the present. Right now, it's not going well. And every time, they play, in Africa, I think the whole Africa thing kicked it off. They were doing charity in Africa, and finally they were going to redeem themselves, and it looked like Harry and Meghan had redeemed themselves by doing, good charitable works in Africa and helping out people in Africa and highlighting different things. They were acting like royals finally, and then they hijacked it and talked about their feelings. Meghan, no one ever asked me how I'm doing. And Harry, every flash, every click of the camera makes him go back to the death of his mother, and now the media has killed his mother. Let's look at Kate and Meghan. Did Kate roll out the red carpet for Meghan, or did she give her the cold shoulder? Because there was a whole team around Meghan, making her into a duchess, advising her on the moment-to-moment details. She was just surrounded by people whose job it was to make her into the perfect duchess. And all of those people ended up quitting. And it's really not Kate's job. It is Kate's job to model what Meghan should be, and she did do that, and Meghan completely rejected that model and was the woke princess instead. Was definitely trying to carve her own path. So was Kate friendly and rolled out the red carpet, or did she give her the cold shoulder? Kate and Meghan. Kate. Meghan. Do we have Kate being friendly and rolling out the red carpet, or giving Meghan the cold shoulder, out of envy and whatnot? Firm foundation, strength, and, this is also a good brother card or sister card. Cross, permanent family, Mother Earth, 12 and 719. Oh, let's see, 23 and 730, 8 diamonds in everything. So everything grows in Mother Earth. The baby is in the belly in Mother Earth. cross, permanent family, marriage, joined by marriage and family. Very solid. Very solid, very earthy foundation. There's no hearts here. Okay, it's not like, oh, I love you, Meghan. You know, you're my sister now. It's more like very solid, you're a family member now, and I'm going to take care of you. So Kate was looking to take care of Meghan like a mother and, you know, show her the ropes. So, but it's not like a fiery, passionate kind of, you know, wow, they, you know, Kate and Meghan really clicked and they're just besties now. That's not showing. What do we have over here with Meghan? Well, interestingly, we have all the hearts over here with Meghan. We have good intentions and in her transformation and secrets. 16, 4 spades. But all kinds of problems in the box. Okay, dead bodies in the box. Mental illness, secrets, all kinds of problems in that box. So Meghan intended to make the transformation, but she had ulterior motives and secrets, which really got in the way. Okay, so Kate was very solid. Okay, she wasn't like fiery and warm and kisses everywhere, but she was very solid. She treated Meghan like a family member and a mother, you know, the senior member who's going to show her the ropes. Okay, and Meghan was, her heart was in the transformation. Okay, but she had secrets and problems there. What do we have underneath? We have inheritance and butterfly, transforming into a royal family member. 10, which is 3 diamonds, working everything together to transform into a royal family member. Woman who is the actress, 6 spades, bad relationships. 23 and 6, 29, 8 hearts. Okay, water into wine. So the actress, who is a woman, was trying to transform, but the relationships were bad. So it was about the relationships. The relationships did not go well. Meghan handled the relationships very poorly. Kate was very helpful. Meghan had a whole team around her. Meghan did have her heart in it, but had all kinds of personal issues and secrets. And she really did want to transform into this Duchess. But it looks like all the relationships just went bad. You know, someone who never ever admits fault for anything, they're really hard to deal with. Someone who never takes responsibility. And a good example of that is well, Harry always wanted to leave the royal family. Okay, it wasn't Meghan who wanted to leave at all, even though they ended up in California, and that is the last place that Harry wanted to go, was California. But they're in California, but it was all Harry's idea. Okay, so let's actually look at that. Did Harry want out of the royals before Meghan arrived? I mean, did he actually want out of the royals? And Meghan came along and he's like, oh boy, finally I can, you know, get free of all this money and these very small responsibilities that I fulfill and stop being a world famous, most eligible bachelor in the whole world and just go be a royal handbag holder and a schmo and carry a surfboard on the beach, you know, in California, or at least get my double to do that. So did Harry really want out of the royals before Meghan arrived? What do we have? Well, on the surface, we have 2 great commitment cards. 4 and 3 is 7, 2 clubs, 3 twos. Very committed to doing the work. On the surface, very committed to doing the work of the royal family and very beloved. Absolutely one of the most favorites. So he was very committed and very beloved to the work, 2 clubs. Underneath, we have Fox. We have Coffin, Scapegoat, Straight Razor and High Tower, cutting the official tie, cleverly, okay, so underneath leaving and ending, finding a clever way to leave and end and cut his ties to the royal family. So underneath all of this, on the surface, before Meghan came, everything was wonderful. Okay, because he had the previous girlfriend from South Africa, Chelsea Davy, and she couldn't handle the pressure. She was a gem. She was a beautiful girl, and they really clicked together, and she got along with the whole royal family. If he was going to leave, he would have left then. Okay, seemingly. He was very committed and very happy. Okay, but he had his doubts underneath, and I think Meghan exploited these doubts and amplified these doubts and manipulated these doubts. And here's a fox in the middle, very cleverly working everything around to make him feel very dissatisfied and very unhappy, and to keep planting that seed that, Harry, you really want to leave. Isn't that what you were saying? And if you've read that book by Robert Greene, the seduction book, maybe Meghan represented the forbidden. She talked about and did all the things that he was afraid to give voice to or give action to. And so she just dragged him into the darkness of things that he would never say or do. And it's brought him here. Okay, so William the snob, advised Harry to take his time with Meghan. That's good advice. If a man is dating a woman, take your time. If a woman is dating a man, take your time. If you're going to be together for the rest of your life, where's the fire, man? Calm down. Okay, get to know this person because it's important. So William advised Harry to take his time. Did he have a low opinion of Meghan? Did he call her, bad names, that showgirl and things like that? Did he have a low opinion, or was he just giving his brother good advice? Because that's good advice for anybody. Take your time. Whether you're a man dating a woman or a woman dating a man, take your time. There's no fire. Did he intend malice? Oh, well, we have no. Oh. Well, let's see how this reads. Okay, was William giving good advice, or did he intend malice? Well, underneath we have the honest man revealing everything and step by step. 6, 9, okay, it's all fives. 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, 5 spades, 5 hearts. All the fives are showing. So fives are changed. They're right in the middle. So he was being honest and helpful, and it's all about change. He wanted to change Harry's mind. He wasn't trying to hurt Harry, obviously. So fence sitter, reacting, no, full stop, and roadblock. I do think that William was against Harry really pursuing Meghan because of the no and the roadblock. He wanted Harry to stop dating Meghan. 10, 19, 5 clubs, and find someone else. So, yeah, William was not for the relationship with Meghan, and he was just trying to politely warn Harry that there could be trouble ahead. But he was doing it in Harry's best interest, but Harry took offense to this. So, actually, William was saying, I don't think Meghan is the best woman for you. Okay, and that's the reaction that Harry had is, and Skippy Inskip also said this. Skippy is Harry's best friend and was his wingman, and Skippy expressed doubts about Meghan because Meghan crashed. They went to Jamaica and Harry was in Skippy's wedding. Okay, and then Harry and Meghan had a fight, and so Meghan shouldn't go to the wedding, and then she crashed the wedding, and we have these very uncomfortable pictures of Meghan, very tense and, buttonholing Harry and holding him hostage at the table and not letting him leave. So Skippy also said, I'm not sure that Meghan is right for you, and Skippy was just completely cut out of his life because Meghan's not going to take any criticism ever. And that's pretty common. I've seen that before. All right, so let's review. Are they going to set the record straight, or is this going to be a disaster? In the near term, it does look like a disaster. Okay, nothing but problems, and this book is not going to be a home run. Okay, and it's half price already. But in the future, the whole plan is Meghan is basically saying, she's restating the reality. She says, like with her father, no, my father was mean to me. It's not that he was so kind to me and raised me and paid for my college education. He was just being really cruel to me. And so she puts out her narrative of what's going on and puts it in writing and leaves it out there. And ultimately, this propaganda technique will work. Okay, and it does put a better perspective on what happened with Meghan and the royal family. But in the near term, everybody's going to be calling it out, and then they're going to forget. Okay, so that's very interesting psychologically, because people are calling it out right now because it's not yet released. And there's no reviews on it. So the initial reaction to the book, I think, is going to be quite negative, and it's already half price. So did Kate roll out the red carpet, or was she very cold? She was like a mother. She was like a mother to Meghan. And Meghan was very enthusiastic, but had secrets and personal problems that she brought into the relationship. But Meghan was, in her heart, quite determined to make this transformation, but it just didn't work out. The relationships didn't work out. She just handled the relationships so badly that it didn't work out. Did Harry want out of the royals? He was tremendously happy before Meghan. And all of this stuff was just underneath and psychological and things that you would only whisper, like pillow talk. His dissatisfactions with the royal family were just murmurs, and they didn't mean anything to him. And Meghan took those murmurs and amplified them and used them for her purposes. The fox. Where's the fox? Here's the snake. Here's the fox. So the fox is right there. So the fox is manipulating him and taking these things that he never intended to act upon and magnifying them and turning them into a disaster, a personal disaster for Harry. Okay, when William advised Harry to take his time, was he being cruel? Was he showing malice? He did show he didn't think that Meghan was right for Harry, but he was definitely trying. He was acting in Harry's best interest. He was just being honest. He was being a brother, and it's all fives. Okay, so William was trying to change the course that Harry was on, and that's why he spoke to him. And Harry was very offended by that because Harry's an adult and he can make his own disastrous mistakes. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.